Imagine this with me. You're living, working, eating, and learning from someone for several years. You spend every moment with this person. You watch them challenge cultural norms. You see their tenderness with the fringes of society, which made you uncomfortable. After all, everything you'd been taught told you not to associate with these people. So far, the government seems to ignore your leader. Oh, the powers that be know about him, but they seem more curious than anything, almost like he's a carnival sideshow. But within the church, there's a lot of grumbling. You see church leaders get red-faced, angry, and yell at him. One time, the people of the community got so upset by what he said that they tried to beat him to death. Amazingly, he walked away, and no one thought to follow him. You've stood by him all these years, fiercely protective and supportive. You know he is who he claims to be. The evidence is undeniable. You'll do anything for him, including standing beside him as he overthrows the corrupt government. This guy is a true revolutionary. Finally, someone you can support. But recently, he started talking about weird stuff. Well, maybe he's just tired. It's been a whirlwind few weeks. On the day he decides to go to the Capitol, the people of the city greet him en masse, like he's a conquering hero or something. A wild parade breaks out. Everyone knows the time is right for huge government changes. Now you know the support is there for him. You were right. He's going to challenge the government rules, and no doubt he'll win. Yes! At dinner a few nights later, with your heart brimming with pride, you tell him you'll stand by him always. With sad, mysterious eyes, he says, "In a few short hours, you'll deny you ever knew me." Stunned, you watch him talking to the rest of the group. He seems subdued, distracted, and unusually quiet. For a man about to overthrow the government, this seems odd. What's going on? Instead of talking strategy, he's talking about his death? Does he think our overthrow attempt will fail? No way. I've seen what he can do. No one will get in his way. The people are on his side. They know he will bring peace and deal with the corruption in the government. "Let's go," he commands. Quietly, we leave the restaurant and head up into the hills. Ah, that's where he has the weapons stored. But as they walk into the dark garden, he tells everyone to wait. Well, he goes a bit farther to pray. Pray? We need to lay out our plans before anyone becomes wise to why we're in the Capitol. The garden suddenly floods with light. Police surround him. Those that were on the edges sneak back into the foliage to escape. As you look, Judas, surrounded by police officers in riot gear, approach your leader. Before you can react, they've cuffed him and drag him away. Now, everyone runs for their life. How did the plot get discovered? Was Judas a mole? How did he discover the plans when none of the rest of us knew him yet? Expecting to be cuffed and dragged away, you realize the garden is dark once again. Furtively, you follow the fading cars, quickly working through scenarios to get near your leader without getting caught. This night, which held such high hopes, didn't turn out like you thought. But still, you hold out hope that the leader has a sneaky plan, even now. Those hopes are quickly dashed when you hear them accuse him of insurrection, and he says nothing. Nothing. Not a word. As you sit on the bench near the interrogation room with your hoodie over your head, trying to be inconspicuous, a cleaning lady walks by and recognizes you. "Hey, I know you. You've been with this goofball for many years. You're one of his ringleaders. Hey guys, this one is part of the group." "I am not. You're nuts, lady." And you move down the hall toward the bathroom, where you bump into a policeman who recognizes you, and then another. Quickly putting distance between the interrogation room and yourself, you head toward the exit. As you crash into the bar, you glance back at the policeman rapidly approaching. Just beyond them, you look into your leader's eyes, and you know. You've betrayed him, just as he said. Running blindly through your tears, you wonder how everything went wrong. You believed him, but no way were you going to hang around to rot in a cell. How could he lie to you? You thought you were close friends, but no, he's just like everyone else, not to be trusted. Have you experienced betrayal like this? Disillusioned, It's not what you signed up for. Heartbroken, what you believed would happen didn't. Confused, you thought you knew that person. Angry, how could they lie to you? Hurt, because they lied to you. Bewildered, how could I be so stupid to believe him? Embarrassed that you believed that person. Have you ever experienced betrayal like this? Abandoned by those closest to you. You bared your heart and they trampled it. You told the truth and the one you trusted doesn't believe you. When things didn't go as planned, your closest friend walked away. Alone in your greatest time of need. Fear drives a wedge between you and your closest companions. Everything you ever said, now being questioned. Are you living your version of the followers on Good Friday? That is why Good Friday matters to you and me all year long. It is evidence of the greatest betrayal ever experienced. Jesus was crucified on a Roman cross between two criminals for our sin. But, more importantly, Jesus was crucified because of my sin and yours. That's why this day matters to you and me. Experience the emotion of this day. Sit with Peter and feel his anguish as his dreams and preconceptions are shattered when Jesus is arrested, tried, convicted, and put to death. He feels betrayed. And yet, Peter betrayed Jesus. He boasted about standing with Jesus come hell or high water. Yet when Jesus was arrested, Peter ran like the others. And then he betrayed Jesus 3 times. Peter broke his promise to Jesus to stand by him. And this betrayal burned in his gut like a raging fire. Guilt and shame consumed him. Do you know what that feels like? I do. When you experience betrayal, you have a choice. Become bitter or forgive. The other reason why Good Friday matters every day of the year is that it shows the ultimate forgiveness for betrayal. Jesus, innocent God-man, was murdered for you and me. Yet through his horrific death, he forgave you and me and paid the price to set us free. If you read the rest of the story, Jesus forgave Peter. Jesus restored his relationship with Peter and told him that Peter would do great things for Jesus from that day forward. History records that Peter did just that. He never again wavered in his belief or love of Jesus. Peter set the world on fire for Jesus. Are you struggling with betraying someone? Ask for forgiveness first from Jesus, then from the other person. Don't justify your actions. Be humble. Honestly admit what you did. Whether the other person forgives you or not, Jesus will and does. Remember Good Friday. You are not responsible for the other person's response. Tell the truth and ask for forgiveness. Are you struggling with being betrayed? Tell Jesus about it. He understands how you feel. Remember Good Friday. Ask Jesus to give you the grace to forgive the other person, whether they ask for forgiveness or not. They may never seek reconciliation. It's happened in my life. But verbally forgiving them frees you. Bitterness cannot wrap you in its grip. Because of Jesus and Good Friday, you know what forgiveness looks like. Your sin puts Jesus to death. How can you not forgive when you've been forgiven so much? On this Good Friday, accept Jesus' forgiveness for your sin. You don't have to clean up your act. Just tell him you're sorry for your sin. Tell him you accept his gift, his death for your salvation. Then receive that gift. He was betrayed. He understands. You betrayed Jesus. He forgives you. Thanks for being with me today. I'd love it if you'd hop over to YouTube and subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's Kirsten D. Samuel, and there's a new video posted each week. Have a blessed Good Friday, and I'll talk to you next week.